This is the XRP 1-month overview reading for the month of July 2024. It's currently June 9th, 2024, 2:13 a.m. Eastern Time. XRP at the time of this reading is 49 cents, almost 50 cents USD, 0.4940. The shuffle video for the July XRP reading was created on May 24th, 2024 at 1:55 a.m. Eastern Time. That's the video playing for you in the lower left corner. The overall theme and behavior for XRP in July is a crest that will sell off from down to and through support. We do a U-shape reversal below that support, come back and reuse it as support. However, it's crossed with a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a sharp decline. Behavior around the highest high, we have highest high for the month of July. We have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. Behavior around the lowest low for the month of July, we have 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that 3 crisscrosses, the third one is to the upside, usually confirming a bullish trend. And usually you'll see 2 lows when you have this as a low card. Now, I'm going to get into the hour-by-hour chart behavior as well as timing the highs, lows, and the best trade opportunities. But before I do that, I just want to make sure you're aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. All right, guys, so this is a tough reading. The XRP has been giving me a hard time the last couple months. I'm not going to attempt to identify the highest of the highs or the lowest of the lows. I'm just going to give you the timing of where the biggest highs and lows are. If I can get the highest high, I will, but I'm not going to, I don't want to push it here. It's really, really tricky. A lot of highs, a lot of lows. On the first, we have a trough that early in the day, and a lot of price change into or out of that trough. We successfully turned resistance into support on the first, and then on the second, we rotate sideways along that support. There's a trade opportunity. I'll talk about in more detail in the paid version. A bit of a peak that we sell off from, and then on the third, there's a notable move to the upside. A trough in the morning on the fourth, and a big move to the upside, reaching for distant resistance and probably taking us to a highest high. It'll be an important high or a peak there on the fourth. It might be the fifth, fourth or the fifth. We do more sideways rotation on the fifth. On the 6th, we have kind of like a flat day, but it does end. Yeah, there's a trade opportunity there on the 6th, and there's a low. It's not such a flat day, it's a decline, and there's a low on the cusp of the 6th, 7th, followed by a high on the 7th. A lot of price change on the 8th. We have highs and lows within close time proximity to each other here around the 8th. So I think we probably see a low, then a high, then a low, then a high, then a low. It's like back and forth here between the 6th and the 9th. On the 9th, we have the halting of a bullish trend marked by a decline through key support, and that takes us back into a low. A brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels on the 10th. Trough at the end of the day, and we rally out of that trough, increasing with momentum moving forward in time. A lot of price change on the 12th. It's really hard to read that card, guys. Yeah, it's pretty mixed in there, but a lot of volatility. We have a pop and drop on the 13th. We have another pop and drop on the 14th. We break through resistance momentarily, stay above it briefly, break back down through it shortly thereafter with a full retracement. And then on the 15th, we have a very similar kind of chart pattern going on. This is probably a slightly higher high, and we may very well have another high for the month here on the 15th. Towards the end of the day, there's a big move out of a decline from the bottom of the range or the top of the range, or it may be that we decline off of the peak on the 15th into the 16th, and then there's a big move from the bottom of the range all the way to the top of the range, taking us back to a resistance. We decline from that resistance into a trough on the 17th. There's a prominent peak and a trough there on the 17th. Actually, I think the peak's probably the 18th. It's an overbought crest that we sell off from through multiple supports, and then we attempt to establish support on the 19th. That's followed by a big move to the upside, pushing the upper end of a range higher. Sideways rotation on the 21st. In the midst of that sideways rotation, there's a sharp drop that'll stand out, probably revisiting a support level there. On the 22nd, we have a rally early in the day to a peak, and then that's followed midday by a sharp drop. 3 pokes to the same trend line, followed by a sharp drop there at midday on the 22nd. Decline continues on the 23rd. To and through support, meet another support. We rotate sideways along that support. Erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level on the 24th. In the midst of that erratic behavior, we usually revisit a crest that was a past opportunity. There is, however, also an important trough early in the day on the 25th. A lot of price change and an improbable trade opportunity on the 25th. We'll talk about it in the paid version. On the 26th, we have a rally along diagonal trend line that ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. I'm advised not to chase that rally or that fast sudden move higher. And we have mixed behavior, sideways S formation within a channel on the 27th. A lot of price change on the 28th. We have a prominent peak and a prominent trough. There's probably a really good candlestick there on the 28th. Notable fake out or shakeout on the 29th. Some sort of intentional sharp behavior designed to make us do something impulsive and do the wrong thing. A sharp decline in the midst of some sideways fluidity. There's a sharp decline on the 30th. Continuing into the 31st, and somewhere around the 30th, 31st, we have a high there as well, most likely, and that's what we most likely sell off from. Sneak preview for August, we have a failed attempt to break the previously established resistance on a multi-day scale, followed by a decline through key support. But that's XRP for July 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go, you know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned if you got the paid version. We're going to get into the best trades momentarily.